Former competitive speed skater and child advocate Bridie Farrell in Arizona today, speaking in support of child sex assault survivors.
It's a bill that we first reported on yesterday. Arizona Representative Paul Boyer's proposal would broaden the window for child sexual assault survivors to go after their assailants, raising it from the age of 21 to 25. Farrell says the only way to achieve systemic change is to support legislation that takes into account how difficult it is for child victims to process and understand the sexual crimes that have been committed against them.
Until we have legislation and we have the ability for survivors to come forward, to share their story, to speak the truth, and then to hold the institutions accountable that are facilitating this abuse, then things aren't going to change.
Bridie was a nationally ranked Olympic contender who says she was abused by a 33-year-old teammate when she was just 15 years old. It took her 15 years to be able to share her story. Her testimony would eventually become connected with the survivors of Dr. Larry Nassar in describing the lack of action by the U.S. Olympic Committee protecting its athletes from sexual abuse.